Welcome to the stream, guys. So this is basically what I'm working on right now. I kind of posted this on Facebook, like last week, I think. So I'm just kind of, right now I'm kind of working on the line art. I already started it, like the other night. And, so I'm just gonna be finishing up the line work. And the other thing I'll be doing here with this video, is gonna be switching back and forth, between stuff that I said while recording and streaming, and me commentating here in this video. It's funny because I noticed this when when I draw this out first. This is kind of like my process. Is I first like to draw out my my drawings first, like kind of just like pen and paper, not pen and paper, pencil and paper, and draw it out first. And if I like it, then I'll move on to scan into the computer, and then I'll go back over it. I have terrible line control. Like when I draw a line, I can't draw a straight line to save my life. I cannot. So I have to be doing really close to get at least decent looking lines. I'm never happy with my lines ever, and I've kind of given up on it. Like I try really hard to get mines looking as good as I can get it, but I kind of just give up after a while. I'm just like, whatever. It's as good as it's gonna get. So I have to be like really slow, and it's extremely tedious to do it this way, but and then as for your question, yes, I am using the drawn tablet. I've had this for like ever. And I was starting to get into painting and stuff on Photoshop, which is kind of basically what I'm doing now. So I was getting tired of using a mouse, so I wanted to get a drawing tablet, and it makes everything so much better. Believe me, if you were if you're a digital artist or like to do digital art, I highly recommend getting a tablet. It is your best friend. Using a mouse, it will cause issues with your wrist. Doing some things, doing some art with the mouse is fine. Like I don't use the tablet for everything. If I'm doing like digital image manipulation, which is kind of like what Photoshop is kind of known for, like taking different pictures and putting them together and changing the brightness and stuff like that, like basically photo editing and stuff like that. You don't really need a tablet for that. But if you're doing something like what I'm doing, it's highly recommended that you get a tablet. Trust me. So here, I was actually having some issues with this hand. I don't know, I drew it up, and then the fingers are really big. You're supposed to have big hands, but I just went ahead and just did anyways. And then as for this video, the way this is structured is that it's sped up and cut out. The original runtime for this was going to be really long, like over an hour, so I had to cut things out and kind of just get to the point pretty much on certain things. So I just kind of showed some things and then just cut to other things of all those streams, because it was like over 6 hours. It was about 6 hours in total for all the streams I did. And yeah, I could just do like vector art to get straight and all this other stuff, but then I just feel like it doesn't feel as natural. Like it's not made by hand. It's just like I prefer the way it looks when you do it by hand, to be honest, over like completely straight lines. So here, coming up here is the part at the end of the Keyblade. So originally you can see here that I kind of just did like the simple shape of the crown, and here I just cut to me kind of fixing it, because there was a little more detailed than just like the straight lines, a little like a zigzag kind of zigzag of it, I guess. Shape I kind of drew originally. So yeah, I went ahead and I looked it up and fixed it, and no, it's a lot better now. Alright, so I think I pretty much got all my line work done. Next thing would be to color it. Alright, welcome to session 2, and we're going to be just kind of continuing off from where we left off, guys. Next thing now is start doing some base colors. How I'm going to get my, I'm going to start with the base colors. I'm going to start with some color palette, and I'm going to open up a... So what I'm going to do, and the reason why I have Sora up here, the highlights, and I'm not going to get like the dark areas, I'm going to try and find like a middle ground to get all the colors I need, which should be about right here. And then I go over here, and I'm just going to put it off to the side. So at this point, you guys are probably wondering why I'm doing this, why I chose Sora. Well, I did because one, I've always kind of wanted to do a speed art video, and you know, I kind of had the opportunity when I started to come up with the idea, wanting to like stream me working on this. So I was just like, hey, just take all the footage and make it a speed art video, and so it was interesting. And then as for why I decided to do Sora. Sora is one of my favorite video game characters. So, and I did a while I was at work, I was just kind of drawing and doing some fan art just to kind of have some fun a little bit, and I really liked it. So I was like, oh, let's continue on with this. So I, you know, scanned them on the computer, started drawing them up, and there you go. I think that's everything, and I'm gonna stop for now. It's been so this is session number 3. The only thing left to do now at this point is just shading and lighting and stuff like that. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna pick this color, and what I'm gonna do is I kind of learned this a little bit from Egoraptor. He kind of does this like backwards J shape a little bit. So he goes down to get his darker colors, and it goes back up a little bit, and that's what he does there to get his shading. And that's going to be, that color is going to be the darkest part of the shade. So I'm going to do this. So like that's going to be as dark as it's going to get right there. And then I'll then work my way up back into like a lighter, darker colors. So the lighting it's going to come from this angle up here, and it's going to be shining down this way. So I need to kind of have all the shading kind of match that, you know, as I'm trying to be realistic about it, you know what I mean? So in that sense, it would kind of do this. It's about there. That's about right. I might want to kind of tone back a little bit on the shading right here, which will be with the next tone. And what I do here is I start finding that in between, kind of like what I was doing before, with trying to find the base colors. I was taking the picture of Sora. Alright, I think that's everything, and I'm gonna stop for now. It's been like 2 hours. I'm gonna continue off where I'm left off. What I'm actually gonna do, I was actually looking at this between this stream and last stream. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of move the shadow over a little bit, so there's more shading going on here a little bit and more in the face. I think they'll make it look more realistic. So it was kind of at this point where I took a look at how far I got, and was able just to kind of see that like the shading was actually kind of off. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of fixing it, kind of moving it over, and I think it really turned out well in the end, which you'll see here in a little bit. But I don't know, it added more to it, I feel, when I fix the shading, so. change the font here in a minute before I actually like post it for everyone to see. But it's pretty much done. That is my process of making this. It took forever. It took like hours, but I think it came out pretty well. All right, so here's the final product. I did go ahead and fix that text as I said earlier. Gave it like a Kingdom Hearts font I found, and just did some photoshopping to make it look more like the title of the game. The lighting came out really well. The metal and the shading really well, and my roommate kind of agreed with me on that one as well. Yeah, overall I loved the way it came out, and I loved that it showed the progress I've made as an artist in comparison to my other my previous work, and I'm hoping to kind of take this and kind of continue with it, and keep improving myself. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I would love to do more. So if you want this video and want to see more, definitely comment, follow if you're not following me, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.